So how did you really get the name Coolio? You know, the underdog. Was that just like your name growing up, your nickname, or you actually came up with it yourself?
No, I got the name Coolio since birth from my mama, from the hospital. When I
Right.
left the hospital, my name was Coolio. My first birthday cake said "Happy Birthday Coolio" on it. Before it was the other Coolio. Even when the other Coolio he see me, he said, "I know you think I took your name," and all. I said, "I don't really trip on it." You know what I mean? Because this was my real name growing up.
Right.
Everybody that knew me from growing up know that's Coolio was him. And it's crazy because even people always they call me the real Coolio, but I always tell them you don't got to call me the real Coolio because it implies that the other Coolio fake. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I say he ain't fake.
Mm-hmm.
He said he got the name from some other people and he liked it. You know, but my name, I've been had my name. They know that I have my name. But what happened is when I went to jail in '92, when I got locked up, he got on the radio. He had Fantastic Voyage
Right.
popping. So everybody like, oh, this nigga using your name. This nigga out here. Even my grandma, I'm talking to her on the phone. She like, I heard you on the radio.
Mm.
I say, no, that ain't me. You feel me? Somebody else using my name. You know, and it's crazy because Kyrie them had already had me on California Living. I already had albums out, everything. I could have really pressed the issue and sued and everything and won. You know what I mean? But I'm like, I'm not tripping. I got time. I'm finna be in here for 5 years. You feel me? Like I didn't even think I could
Mm-hmm.
get back. And then all my homies, they was in my ear. They like, no, nigga, you got to get back. You going to go home, nigga. You going to get back and whoop whoop. I say, yeah, when I go home, I say, I'm going to be the underdog because they going to think I stole this nigga name. You feel me? I say, and I got to start my
Mm-hmm.
label over. I got to do all my shit over. I say, I'm going to be the underdog. And so this is the end of '92. I start scribbling this logo. I scribbled this logo in jail. So I started, because I said, I'll be the underdog. I said, but I ain't going to spell it regular, we come from gang banging. We get creative. You feel me? We
Right.
make it gang activity. So I started scribbling and drew this logo right here in that name, the underdog. So by the time
Man.
'93 came around, I had somebody in the pen make me a shirt with this logo on it. And everybody's like, oh, that's your name. When you go home, you just the underdog. That's hard. Woo, woo, woo. So when I came home, my homie gave mine. He seen it. He was like, man, I could touch that logo up for you. You feel me? And make it
Yeah, that
100%. You
logo
feel me? Like
hard, man. That logo raw.
he took the logo and made it complete. So that's he feel me. So that's his.
Mm-hmm.
This is his original drawing. That,
Wow.
that right there. That's his original drawing. That's the original drawing. I never changed nothing to nothing on it. Once he drew it, I said, okay, I'm gonna stamp it. Only thing I'm gonna change on is just the colors. That's and
Right.
so '96. I come home '96. Me and Mac Dre come home. Dre got out August 2nd. Mac Dre got out August 2nd. I got out August 5th. Dre got out Friday. I got out Monday. We both didn't even know we was getting out those days. It's crazy.
Man.
So they had a big party for Dre on August on the 4th, the day before I came home. So when I came home, Dre says, "Cuddy, you got out a day late."
Just
They had
missed
a
it.
big party. Everybody was there. Warren G, E40, everybody was there, like at his party. So I came home the next day, you know. And he always
Man.
joke and say, I came home late, like he was born, because he say he was born on July 5th instead of July 4th. He said, man, I'm a day late for the party.
Right. I can dig it. I can dig it.
And then
But
when we
man.
we started working on the compilation. And so how Coolio the Underdog came about is once we started doing the songs, I was telling Dre, like, I'm using the underdog now. I'm not using Coolio at all. He was like, you ain't going at all? Like nothing? I said, no, just the underdog. And so on his songs that we was making together, he started saying Coolio the Underdog. What's up? It's Mac Dre. I got my boy Coolio the Underdog with me. I'm like, no, nigga, it's just the underdog. He like, no, that Coolio the Underdog, nigga, they gotta know, nigga, it's the original Coolio. Woo, woo. I say, all right. So he just kept saying Coolio the Underdog. So all the fans now call me Coolio the Underdog. But all my titles on anything I got just say the Underdog. Anything
Right.
Underdog. If my album covers everything, nothing, it's all gonna say the Underdog. But to the fans, I'm Coolio the Underdog.
Right.
And
I
it's
can dig.
crazy
That's how
because
I be though sometimes.
me and Coolio talked about doing an album together, and I told him, I said, yeah, we're gonna name it Coolio the Underdog.
That'd be nice though, man. That'd be nice. But that's how it be. Sometimes
Everything I
family
do
don't
is
want to let the name go.
you see everything I do is branding. Even that. That's
Yeah.
it. Short credit, Cavvy R Records, Coolio Da Unda Dogg.
Man,
You feel me? Hennessy.
that's inspiring, bro.
You know.
That's
I
truly
already took one
inspiring.
bite. I drink. I don't really smoke too much, but I drink. But I
I
go on
just
my
need it. I
cleanse.
can.
I don't drink every day. I do a week cleanse. Every month I do a 7-day cleanse and keep my body fresh, make sure I'm, you know, physically fit.
Right, right. Them cleansers good for you.
Some of these
All
youngsters try
day.
to test me, boy, I knock one of you little youngsters out.
I feel it. I feel it. Now, okay. Now, my question. How was it growing up in Vallejo? Because a lot of times, people from outside of California, sometimes they generalize, because we only see what we see on TV or on the movie, so we think
I'm
all
I'm
of
originally
Cali
from
is like,
Watts. I'm originally from LA.
oh, okay,
So I grew up so I grew up gangbang. I'm from Grape Street Watts in LA.
wow,
So I grew up gang banging and all that. You feel me? In the 70s and 80s, I was gang member. So when I went to Vallejo, I was 15, finna be 16. So that's how I
mm,
met Mac Dre. He wasn't even Mac Dre then. He wasn't rapping. When I went to, well, he was rapping, but he didn't have nothing out. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
And so my homeboy EB, Daddy of the Hood, he from the Romp, just before the Romp or any of that. And I had a song called I'm Not the One that I did with Studio Tone. And so everybody loved that song in Vallejo. They was like, it's a Crip out here from LA. Like, this nigga hard. You know what I mean? Like, so everybody messed with me. I did a show, me and Too Short, 1988 at the Vallejo Fairgrounds. And sold out the show. That's 31 years ago. You feel me? And we sold the show out. And then EB, he brought Mac Dre to my auntie house on Mark Street in the Crest. And so he was like, man, he want to rap. Dre was like 17 then. You feel me? And so I was telling him what bars and measures was, because he wanted to know what bars and measures. He was like, what's a bar? What's a measure? Like, what's... And so I was telling him about
mm-hmm,
bars and measures and how to format a song. And then he ended up going to Fout Springs. And when he went to Fout Springs, he had to go do like 6-7 months for like it's like a juvenile hall boys ranch. And so when he came home, he had a song called Too Hard for the Radio. Too Hard for the fucking Radio. So that was the first song that was his first ever full
right.
that
Too
he
hard for the
recorded.
radio. That's a classic.
Yeah. So that was his first. So, but when I went to Vallejo, it was laid back. Everybody was players and pimps and hustlers getting money. It wasn't too much killings. It wasn't a lot of shootings and whatnot. People are fighting. They had neighborhood quarrels and all that, but everybody ended up being cool again and go to Dan. It's a park called Dan Foley Park. So every Sunday, no matter what, everybody went to that park and cruised and drank and got at females. You feel me? And then that night, everybody
Mm-hmm.
go to the waterfront. After you leave Dan Foley's in the daytime, you go under the bridge, and everybody be under the bridge just chilling. So it really wasn't. You might have an occasional fight, but it wasn't no gunplay like in LA. I came from where it was just gunplay. Like even if you watch some Makito them interviews, he like, oh, when Coolio came out here, he was doing drive-by. He was shooting at niggas broad daylight, because I'm thinking
Right.
that this drama, like, it slowed me down though. It changed my life for the better. Even though I still was in the streets, but it wasn't as worse as the LA streets. You know what I mean? So it kind of it gave me a
Mm-hmm.
slower mentality of thinking too fast to quick to pull guns and you know rah rah because everybody like no that's such and such cousin. Oh, that's they brothers. They like everybody was so tight knit. They all know it. Oh, okay, y'all family. Like LA, we don't know no niggas. You feel me? If you ain't from our hood,
Right.
who you is? You feel me? Like nigga, fuck them niggas.
Mm-hmm.
So it was different because you say, oh no, that's such and such cousin. He got a baby by her, and they live over here. We used to live together, and you say, oh okay. And so it slows your mentality down from the violence and puts you in a hustle mode. So Vallejo put me in a hustle mode, a grind mode. Like okay, niggas is out here getting bread, selling dope like crazy. The dope game was popping. You feel me? And so I started incorporating the people that I mess with in LA, telling them about Vallejo, even my little homies and all my homies. You feel me? My friends over the years. To this day, all me and all my friends still stay tight from LA. You feel me? And so I'm giving them
Mm-hmm.
the game. But I never wanted all my homies, excuse me, from LA to come to the Bay, because I don't want the same scenario that I just left from to be out here. You feel me? Like, it's cool out here. I'm not gonna mess this up. You feel me? I bring all these people out here. They finna gang bang. They finna, you know, it's a whole different thing. And so it's times I shut people down from even coming to Vallejo from LA to come see me or come. Oh, I want to come out there for a week. I get them to run around. Oh man, I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be, because I know if they gang, it's gonna be some problems. You feel me? They're gonna be looking who they can rob. They, you know, because niggas was having money, driving cars, getting chips. You know, these niggas come. It's like opening your house up to a gang of roaches and ants. They gonna invade this motherfucker. You let one ant live, you gotta kill it. If you see one ant, you gotta kill it because he's scouting. If you see one ant in your house, please believe there's a million more waiting for that one ant to come back and tell them where the food trail at. That's why if you ever notice, if you see a stream of ants, if you ever took your finger and ran it across their path, they'll all go different ways because you killed their scent. They following the scent. They can't see. They following the scent. Just when you chilling, just if you see an ant trail somewhere outside or wherever, take your finger. Don't kill them or nothing. Just take your finger and run it across the trail and wipe the scent away. All the ants gonna go all different directions to try to find that scent.
That's deep, man.
So I didn't want nobody
some gems on them.
Follow my scent.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that for sure, So I can ask you this: like, what was some of your early influences in terms of hip hop and starting to write? Did that start in LA, or did it kind of?
I was rapping 83, 84. So I was trying to be Curtis Blow, Blowfly, all of them put me up. Tidy T, Uncle Jam's Army, Egyptian Lover, all of them is what influenced me to rap. My first rap was an imitation of Curtis Blow, Basketball. They're playing basketball.
Classic.
So I did a basketball rap about the Lakers and the Celtics, because the Lakers and the Celtics was back and forth in the 80s. 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, it was nothing but the Lakers and the Celtics. So that I made a song about them. And then my uncles, everybody in my neighborhood, they was like, man, this nigga could rap. So my uncle went Bart. He looked in the back of the news. That's when you still had newspapers. You still had advertisements in newspapers. So he used to look in the little selling sections of the newspapers and go buy little studio equipment, little 4-tracks and little microphones and shit for me. And say, I'm gonna buy some equipment. So he bought like all the little rinky-dink equipment you could get and put it in his room. And we in his room recording. I'm like in the 6th grade now, though, in the 6th and 7th grade. And then LL Cool J came. Once LL Cool came out with I'm Bad, I thought I was LL Cool J. When I used to be in the middle.
Turned the game out.
Oh, nobody can rap quite like I can. I take a muscle bound man and put it. Then BET came out. They put him on BET. Oh, I thought, and back then you think everybody that's on TV was millionaires. I say, oh, them niggas is rich. You feel me? I said, I'm gonna be a rapper. And so when I start going to school, now I'm in junior high, I'm battle rapping and eating everybody up. Everybody like, whoa, this nigga hard. Rodney O, Joe Cooley, all of them coming to the school, coming to where we got, you feel me? They ain't even really that big yet. You see what I'm saying? Like all these DJ Quick, like all these people was around back then. They wasn't even out yet. Dr. Dre was DJing at the rodeo. Like, you feel? If I wouldn't have left LA, I would have been in that circle instead of the Bay circle. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'd have got on in the Bay through the music, but I was in LA in that circle. If I'd have stayed in LA, my mom wouldn't have got me. She got me out of LA for the gang banging. She didn't want me out there